How's it going? Thank you for checking out this video. Today we're going to talk about setting, pursuing, and achieving your fitness goals. Now you may be familiar with the idea of SMART goals. SMART as in S.M.A.R.T. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. What that means is if you have a goal, you'll want that goal to not just be some vague, distant idea of a goal. You'll want to make it much more specific than that. For instance, let's say if your goal is to get more fit, be healthier. That's a great goal, but what exactly does that mean? Well, you can apply the SMART principle to it. First, you'll want to be specific and measurable. So, one person might want to gain 5 pounds of muscle. That might be their fit goal. Another person might want to lose 5 pounds of fat. That might be their goal. Regardless, both of those goals are specific and measurable. Now, they're also relevant. Both of those goals are relevant to that person's fitness and overall health. So now they want to make sure that their goals are attainable and time-bound. These two are somewhat related because the time constraints that you put on your goal are often interrelated to how attainable the goal is. So the person who wants to gain 5 pounds of muscle, that's a long process. It's a difficult process. So if you want to gain 5 pounds of muscle, you might give yourself a year to do that. Obviously, that's going to vary from person to person based on a lot of factors. Or if your goal is to lose 5 pounds of fat, you may give yourself 3 months to do that or 6 months to do that. You'll want to make sure that your goal is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So instead of saying you want to get fit, you might say you want to lose 5 pounds of fat in 6 months, or you want to gain 5 pounds of muscle by this time next year. Those are 2 examples of SMART goals. They are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Now the next step is, once you have those end goals in mind, you'll want to then come up with the actions you're going to take and the behaviors and the habits that you're going to develop to reach those goals. And you're going to want to keep your long-term goal in the back of your head, so you'll want to keep your eye on the muscle gain or the fat loss, but you'll ultimately want to judge your success based on how well you take action. Because you're not going to just flip a switch and wake up down the road a year from now 5 pounds bulkier, or 6 months down the road you're gonna just all of a sudden find yourself with less extra weight on your body. What you are in control of is the action that you're going to take. It's the behaviors that you are going to develop to reach those goals. So you're going to take those outcome-based goals of the fat loss or the muscle gain, and instead you're going to create and focus on actions that you can take to reach those goals. So let's say you want to lose fat. What you might do is come up with an action of, and this is just an example, obviously these actions are going to vary from person to person based on where they're at, but you might say, I'm going to take a 45-minute walk after dinner every night. Or you might say, I'm going to replace my fast food lunch with salad. I'm going to pack a salad for lunch every day this week. Or let's say if you want to build muscle, you might say, okay, I'm going to do this full body weightlifting routine 3 times a week. Both goals, let's say regardless of your goal, you might make your action, I'm going to make it to bed by 9:30 p.m. every night this week. Regardless, you've taken your end goals, your outcomes, and you've turned them into actionable steps that you can take and that you can focus on. And these actions will help you reach your goals. Now, the process doesn't end here, because you might not be taking the right action to reach your goal. Or you might find that the goal you set off with isn't really adding any value to your life, or could even be bringing you down some. So throughout this whole process, you're going to want to constantly be reassessing the actions you're taking and asking yourself, are these actions bringing me closer to my goal? And then also, from a bigger picture, ask yourself, how is the pursuit of this goal adding value to my life? Constantly be asking yourself those questions, because ultimately it's the day-to-day that matters. It's not the end of the road that matters. It's the day-to-day, it's the journey, it's the lifestyle, it's the life you're living. So constantly be reassessing your goals and the actions that you're taking to get to those goals. And if you need help, reach out to somebody. Find somebody who's done what you want to do and ask them how they did it, or ask them if they have any suggestions for how you might do the same thing. It's a process, and it's a lot of hard work to obtain goals, but it's worth it. Not many things are as powerful as goals. Nothing is quite as satisfying as achieving a goal that you fought hard for, and nothing is quite as disappointing as missing a goal or not achieving a goal that you really worked hard for. So appropriate goal setting goes a long way. In summary, make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, and then turn your goal into an action that you can take, and then constantly reassess your actions and your end goals to determine how much value the process is adding to your life. I hope that you took something from this video. I hope that you can apply this in your life, and I hope that you achieve your goals using this information. Thanks a ton, and have a great evening.